I am a surgeon. I spend my clinical life at the exact point where a device meets a patient, and where, in Brazil, far too many good devices quietly disappear. Not because they failed ANVISA, because no one ever built the thing that actually decides their fate here: a coverage strategy. Over a decade in interventional orthopedics, I watched the same story repeat. A manufacturer arrives with world-class technology, celebrates its ANVISA registration, assumes the hard part is done. Months later, the device is cleared, legal, and treating almost no one. Cleared, but uncovered. ANVISA answers one question: may this device be sold? It says nothing about the three that actually matter. Will anyone pay for it? Under what code and on what argument? And will a physician have any reason to choose it? Those answers are not written in Brasilia. They are written inside Brazil's private supplementary health system. 53 million lives, governed by ANS coverage rules, the TUSS nomenclature, and the daily reality of authorization and glossa. That is the real market, and it is nearly invisible from outside the operating room. Here is what I learned, and what HIT is built on. In Brazil, access is not granted from above. It is engineered. In 2023, we proved it. We opened coverage for a joint preservation procedure that until then had offered Brazilian patients exactly one path: arthroplasty. Nothing about the technology changed. What changed is that someone finally designed for coverage, descriptor by descriptor, argument by argument, until a treatment that had been commercially invisible became real for thousands of patients. I don't advise on reimbursement from the outside. I operate inside it. I know how a TUS descriptor behaves because I've fought over it. I know how an unfair denial is written and how to answer it because I've written the appeals. That is the difference between a consultant who sells you a registration and leaves, and a partner who owns the outcome. One system, not 4 disconnected steps. The work that defines this year is bigger than any single device. Basivertebral denervation, one of the most rigorously evidenced advances in spine care, is ready. The world's largest manufacturers are at Brazil's door, held back not by regulation, but by the absence of a coverage architecture. We are building that architecture. If your device is cleared but uncovered, that gap is not your failure. It is the opportunity we exist to close. HIT, access, engineered.